Everyone, welcome to the first ever Montana Owners Club MOC Virtual Rally. We are so happy that you can be here with us today. We are Marilyn and
Richard Doobie from Overland Park, Kansas. And today we're in a beautiful 3810 MS Montana fifth wheel. We are the wagon masters for the 17th annual North American Fall Rally. And we are also your host for the next 3 days for this virtual rally. We hope you'll enjoy the virtual rally. It is packed with great information and some great deals from some of our sponsors.
Absolutely. We want to say goodbye to 2020 and a happy new year to you and to 2021. Hopefully this year will get us back to normal or what our new normal will be. Our first shout out today is to all the frontline medical workers who have done so much by helping battle the COVID-19.
Hear, hear, that's for sure. With that, we all know that 2020 was a very challenging year with many difficulties and so much new stuff that we have never experienced. None of us have. As the wagon masters for the 17th annual Fall Rally, we were challenged with the decision as to whether or not to have the Fall Rally. After many sleepless nights and lots of conversations with our wagon master team, our sponsors, the Fairgrounds management people, the consensus was to postpone the rally until fall of 2021. With that, a void was created by not having a rally. We all felt that we needed to fill that void somehow. A recommendation came from the owner of the Montana Owners Club, Andy Rabinowitz, to have this virtual rally. So here we are today.
Yeah. Same as our annual fall rally, this virtual rally would not be possible without our sponsors, suppliers, and vendors, and lots of volunteers. So right now we'd like to introduce our 2021 Wagon Master team. Everyone involved has worked extremely hard to put together this virtual rally. Yeah. We have practiced, reviewed all the videos numerous times, and practiced some more to avoid having any difficulties. Please understand, with every first ever, there's a learning curve. If we experience any technical difficulties, bear with us, and we will make every effort to correct it and move forward with our presentations.
Over the next 3 days, you'll be viewing pre-recorded as well as live presentations assembled by Keystone Montana, along with many of the original equipment suppliers used in assembling the Keystone Montana RVs, as well as some of our aftermarket vendors. During some of these presentations, you'll be invited to ask questions and receive responses to your questions. Please understand that there are time limits for these presentations, and every effort will be made to answer your questions.
Right. Here is a review of our first day.
Before we get started with today's presentations, we want you all to know that during the entire MOC virtual rally, you are in control of when you watch these presentations. If you need to take a break, you could take a pause, hit pause, and take your break, and when you return, you'll come back right to where you left off. If you are unable to view any day or portion of this rally, you can go to Camper Report YouTube channel to pick up any missed segments. Remember that there will be live presentations with question and answer periods, and if you take a break or choose to view this later, you could miss out on this part.
Well, enough of the talk. Please join us for our first presentation. Enjoy.
We'll be back right after a word from our sponsors.
Are you using Google Maps to guide your RV?
Hey guys, it's Phil and Stacy from You, Me, and the RV. And we want you to travel safely and avoid those low bridges.
With RV Life, your phone will become an RV safe GPS, providing turn-by-turn directions based on the dimensions of your RV. Don't buy an expensive RV GPS. RV Life has you covered and will keep you going in the right direction.
Want to know more about RV Safe GPS? Head on over to rvlife.com and learn about the entire RV bundle. You'll thank us later.
Greetings, fellow MOC members. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steve Bischoff, and my wife Sharon and I have been MOC members since 2008, Fall Rally attendees since 2012, and Rally volunteers since 2013 in various positions up to and including Wagon Master. I would like to share some information with you regarding the Montana Owners Club, also known as the MOC or MOC, and the annual Montana Owners Club North American Fall Rally, which I will refer to as the Fall Rally, or Rally. Montana Owners Club, or MOC, was established in 2001 as a Yahoo group. In 2002, the MOC Forum was created using a company, Forum Co., and it continues today operated by Social Knowledge. There are currently almost 20,000 active MOC members, with an average of 180 new members added each month. On a typical day, the forum can get up to 2,400 visits. There are currently 68,000 threads and over 911,000 posts on the forum. Keystone RV started promoting the MOC by supplying bumper stickers and flags. A&S RV Center, a Michigan-Montana dealer, was one of the first to start giving them out with each new Montana purchase. In 2004 and 2005, the first and second Fall Rally was held at Playmore Campgrounds in Bremen, Indiana. Attendance was around 50 Montanas. In 2006, the rally moved to Elkhart County 4-H Fairgrounds in Goshen, Indiana, where it is still held annually. This rally was held in a building at the Fairgrounds property. A fun fact, this is also the year one of the Fairgrounds buildings burnt to the ground. Luckily, no one was injured, and the rally didn't have anything to do with the fire. In 2007, the rally was scheduled around the same weekend as the annual Mennonite Relief Sale, which provided a built-in activity for the rally attendees with wonderful Mennonite and Amish food, especially baked goods, and a beautiful display of quilts that were auctioned off during the weekend. However, by moving the date, the rally did not have access to the buildings, so a large meeting tent and a smaller activity tent were bought in for the rally activities. As rally attendance continued to grow, larger tents were required and more vendor presentations and activities were added. Now, fast forward to 2019, due to the increased attendance, the rally date was moved so we would have access to the buildings instead of tents. This change allowed us to increase the size of the rally, and the 2019 16th Annual Fall Rally was the largest ever with over 200 registrations. These members travel from 36 states and parts of Canada. Another fun fact, rally attendees since 2012 have come from 43 states, Canada, and 1 from Australia. With more attendees than ever, we also had the most educational activities with over 20 original equipment manufacturer or OEM presentations, 10 aftermarket vendor presentations, and numerous member presentations. There were also 11 craft sessions. Other activities included factory tours of Keystone Montana Plant No. 4, the new PDI building, the Montana High Country Plant No. 17, and 3 MORrdye plants. We also offer a ladies driving school, which is one of the first activities to fill up each year. Good food and fellowship are always a staple at the rally, with many meals being provided and the ever-popular Amish dinner being offered to members as an option. The Saturday Night Social with the Bobby Dunn Band continues to be one of the best attended activities during Rally Week. With the increased number of attendees, 2019 was the first year we offered golf cart rentals, which were well received and made getting around the fairgrounds a lot easier. For any of you who have attended one of the fall rallies, you know there are so many activities, there's no way you can attend everything offered. But remember, there's always next year. It might be a good time to mention that while the Wagon Master team does a great job putting in countless hours over 12 months to assure a great rally, it still couldn't happen without a lot of additional volunteers. For instance, in 2019, we had over 50 coordinator, presenter, volunteer positions. In 2019, we had one of the best rallies ever, and were able to use profits to purchase some items to be used at the future rallies and make numerous charity donations, which include American Legion and VFW of Goshen, Community Church Services, Elkhart County, Gary Sinise Foundation, Samaritan's Purse, and National Council on Aging. In addition to the Fall Rally, there are a number of regional rallies held during the year. The Circling of the Wagons at Quartzsite in Arizona, the Western Region, the Central Plains Region, Mid-Atlantic Region, Northeast Region, Great Lakes Region, the Rocky Mountain Region, and Southeast Region. Not all of these rallies are held annually. They are more social by nature, provide a great opportunity to meet new members, and explore local sites of interest. One last thing to share before we finish, we would like to announce that a Fall Rally Advisory Board has been established. The mission statement is to provide support and guidance to the Wagon Masters and their team to ensure the continued success of the Montana Owners Club National Fall Rally. The advisory board consists of 5 members with previous experience in leading the fall rallies. The board will not run the rally or be directly involved in decisions, but instead provide answers and, if asked, suggestions to questions raised by the Wagon Masters or the team members. As mentioned in the mission statement, the purpose and responsibility of this group will be to provide support and guidance to future Wagon Masters and their teams, as well as protecting the structure of the rally. This will be done by way of personal contact with the team and use of the Rally Wagon Master Guidebook that will be updated during and after each rally. This is a work in progress, so stay tuned for a formal announcement with more details early in 2021. Thank you for your time, and we hope to see you at the Fall Rally in September of 2021.
Located in the heart of Amish country and RV capital of the world, the Elkhart County 4-H Fairgrounds is available for RV rallies and public camping. The Fairgrounds hosts rallies of almost any size, with more than 380 acres, expansive open green space, and large campgrounds. Our facilities are well suited for RV displays, vendor exhibits, banquets, and educational seminars. Our campsites can accommodate large motorhomes and towables, with 30 and 50 amp electrical hookups and city water available at every site. We have a dump station, and the majority of our sites have sewer hookups as well. Showers, restrooms, picnic tables, and complimentary wireless internet are available to our camping guests, and many of our interior roadways are paved. The Fairgrounds has several outdoor pavilions and over 200,000 square feet of building and barn space. We have climate-controlled buildings with kitchen facilities and sound systems. Tables and chairs are included with building rentals, as well as setup and teardown. We can provide numerous catering options and allow groups to provide their own food. We are a pet-friendly facility with 2 permanent outdoor stages and a park area ideal for group activities and entertainment. The Fairgrounds are located along the Maple City Greenway Bicycle Trail, which connects many parks and local tourist destinations. For more information on booking your upcoming RV Rally event at the Elkhart County 4-H Fairgrounds, please visit our website or contact our office by phone or email.
There are some exciting videos about the 2021 Keystone Montana. Be sure to stick around for the Q&A with Keystone afterwards.
Hi, my name's Sam Lengerich. I'm product manager for Montana Fifth Wheels here at Keystone RV. We're super proud of Montana, and we're Fifth Wheels here at Keystone RV. We're super proud of Montana, and we're here to tell you why. Since 1998, when Montana was invented, we've been building that product here at Keystone RV. Who builds that product? Some of the most dedicated employees we have here at Keystone. Some of the employees have been here the longest. We have more 10+ year employees in the plant that builds Montanas. Another example is the plant that builds Montanas, that is all that they build. Unlike other manufacturers that will have multiple brands in a building, they'll switch from one brand to the next. My employees, as what we call Plant 4, build nothing but Montanas every day, and they are proud of it. Second generation builders. We have sons standing next to fathers. We have fathers that have invited their sons into the building. Nowhere else will you find that. What's the DNA of a Montana? We build a Montana so the camper can enjoy his lifestyle. It's a full weather camper. Whether it's cold or hot, we test them to 0 degrees, and we have for years. Some manufacturers don't do that. That helps you with a product that you're going to live and love for a long period of time. So we ask you to please be as proud as we are when you're around a Montana. So let's talk about some of the things that we have changed on our 2021 Montana. Starting with our exterior graphics. The exterior graphics have changed to a different color palette. We have the same colored rear fiberglass background color, which is slightly off-white, but it has a mixture of grays, blacks, and we've refreshed it with a very bright blue color. Ironically, these colors are some of the best-selling trucks and make the RV and the truck look absolutely beautiful together. Another thing we've added is we've worked in conjunction with Dexter on our Gladiator axle. What is a Gladiator axle? A Gladiator axle is where we've taken the actual tube of the axle and increased the thickness of that tube by 50%. We've then taken and upgraded the springs. On a normal 7,000-pound axle, you would have 2 sets, one on each side, of 3,500-pound springs. On our Gladiator axle, we've increased those to 4,000 pounds. Again, just giving you this beefed up axle that's going to give you a longer, happier ownership of a Montana. Another item that we've changed for 2021 are the air conditioners on our Montana. We're using a Coleman MOC Power Saver air conditioner. Now, both of our air conditioners are 15K, or what they refer to as 15,000. But the Power Saver feature allows you to run up to 3 air conditioners on 50 amp service. That's ultimately the benefit of that Power Saver feature. In conjunction, our main air conditioner in the living room has a 16,500 BTU heat pump, and both your bedroom and your living room air conditioners are whisper quiet to provide you the quietest air conditioning system in the industry. Solar has become more and more a part of everyone's RVing lifestyle. So this year we've taken the actual standard feature, which is the prep, and we've increased some of the features of that. What I mean by that is normally a solar prep would include a port on your roof with wiring that comes down ready for you to add all of your other components, which include your actual power controller and your solar panel. In our case, we've added wiring throughout the Montana to provide 5 outlets that what you would deem as being pre-prepped for solar. So now in a Montana, when you add your solar panel, your solar controller, and hopefully your lithium batteries, you now will have 5 outlets in your coach that will be inverted and will allow you to use your solar power at those locations. Another thing that we've added for 2021 is an 80 amp breaker. Seems simple, but it's very important. As we stay in contact with our customers and watch social media, we have found that in a certain location on our hydraulic system, a 50 amp breaker just wasn't quite enough. So we've listened to you, the customer. For 2021, we've added a 80 amp breaker in place of that 50 amp breaker. It may seem small, but we are listening to you. So let's talk about some of the interior changes we made for our 2021 Montana. Back in 2020, we actually introduced the Modern Maple Edition. It's been a huge hit in the industry. We've only taken that and polished it up with 3 minor changes on the decor side of it. We've actually changed our linoleum to a slightly different color palette and pattern, but we've stayed with the brand Bow floor for the continued longevity of the product. In conjunction with that, the PVC flooring we introduced last year into our slide outs, we've changed the color palette of that also. It's still the Jubilation, but it's actually a different pattern and color. In conjunction with those two decor changes, we've changed the color of our countertop. We've partnered with LG to provide you an absolutely beautiful countertop, all solid surface, and absolutely performs like you would expect. And new for 2021 in the kitchen area, we've decided to partner with Suburban, a name that's been known in the RV industry for years. The new stove has been redesigned with high-performance porcelain grates, 3 burners, a glass front door, backlit knobs, and a matching drawer underneath. It's a great stove built in America. On the entry door of our unit, we've added some upgrades. Some may call it interior, some may call it exterior. But 2 key features. We have a screen defender, which actually is a metal grate that's on the interior of your screen door. The reason we've added this is we find more and more people are either camping with their grandchildren or pets that are known to actually kick or push that screen through. In conjunction with that, we have a feature called the screenshot. This is actually a long tube that you'll see in your door that when you open your screen door, it has an actual band in it that will close the door for you. So that will help keep the insects out of your unit. Last but not least, a small feature that you'll never see unless you go looking for it is in your actual converter, the power center of your RV. As lithium batteries have become more and more of a part of people's use of solar power, we've had to add an actual switch to our converter. Why is that switch important? When you think of the converter charging your actual house batteries, a converter would charge it differently if it's lead acid or if it's lithium. So there's a small switch now located inside of your converter that allows you to pick between lead acid or lithium, which allows you to get the #1 and best performance out of whichever battery you have selected. On behalf of myself and the employees that are proud to build Montana fifth wheels, we want to thank you for taking this time to hear about our changes for 2021. If you need any additional information, please visit our website, KeystoneRV.com. Hi, my name's Sam Lengerich. I'm the product manager here at Keystone RV for the Montana High Country fifth wheel line. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Montana High Country. The Montana High Country is our product that's designed around families. It's designed around people that want something that might be a little shorter and a little lighter. Our Montana High Country is built with the same DNA as our Montana line. The amenities just differ from one to the other. Some of those differences are floor plans. Our Montana High Country product is developed more towards families. It offers bunk models, of which we do not offer in our Montana lineup. It offers smaller floor plans, and some of them are lighter weight. That's kind of the DNA of the overall Montana High Country product. Let's talk about some of the changes we made for the 2021 Montana High Country fifth wheels. With the Montana High Country, we've partnered with Dexter Axles to offer a Gladiator axle. What is a Gladiator axle? It's an actual axle with a thicker tube, or what they call an axle wall. We've increased the thickness of that tube by 50%. In conjunction with that, we've actually upgraded the springs. So for example, in a 7,000 pound axle, you would have 2 3,500 pound springs, one on each side. We've upgraded those springs to 4,000 pounds each. A key feature and key in the foundation of building a Montana High Country. On our air conditioner on the Montana High Country, we've changed to a Coleman MOC air conditioner Power Saver series. What is Power Saver? That allows you, the customer, to use your air conditioners and pull far less amperage than a non-Power Saver air conditioner. That's going to be key when you actually do your power usage at campsites, because we know you don't always have 50 amps available to you. Other key features on those air conditioners, we have a 16,000 500 BTU heat pump on your main living room AC that includes whisper quiet. Also, on your bedroom, you have a fully ducted AC to keep that system also quiet. Solar is becoming more and more a part of the camping experience. So for 2021, we've increased the prep on your actual unit for Montana High Country. How have we increased it? We've added 5 inverted outlets to the wiring system. So now when you actually add your solar panel and the power controller, you'll have 5 outlets that you can now use and utilize the power from your batteries. It's a great upgrade that most manufacturers don't even offer. Also, on the inside of our unit, we've taken our power converter that's the heart and soul of your unit and added a feature to allow you to select the batteries. Now, you'll either use lead acid batteries, or if you're a solar customer, you may use lithium batteries. A charger does not charge those batteries the same way. So we've added a very, very small switch on the inside of your power converter that allows you to select lead acid or lithium so you get the best performance. If you're a residential refrigerator customer, and that's the model that you purchase on a Montana High Country, for 2021, we've actually upgraded your 1,000 watt inverter that takes that 12 volt power and supplies it to your refrigerator to a 2,000 watt inverter. Just again to give the customer the additional benefit of the additional power. Now let's talk about the interior changes for 2021. We've added a different accent color. You've got your main Louisville ash color throughout the entire coach, but your accent has been changed to what we call urban charcoal. Where will you see this? You'll see this on your island, you'll see it on crown moldings, batten strips, and also on your passage door. For 2021, we've partnered with GE Appliances. If you select a Montana High Country with the residential refrigerator, that will now be a GE refrigerator. Still a 3-door, but they have a key feature on the inside that's actually filtered water. We're super excited about that. We're also marrying that with a GE microwave. So that provides you the GE brand, not only in your refrigerator, but also your microwave. This year in your kitchen area, we've actually partnered with Suburban for the oven. This oven has upgraded features this year that include backlit knobs, porcelain grates, igniter for your oven, and a matching drawer for underneath storage. In your living room area for 2021, we've replaced the carpet that you would find in your slide out with the Sensations PVC flooring. This flooring is practically indestructible. One of the great characteristics of it is on the back side it has a carpet pad. That stops anything from puncturing through the actual flooring, say a rock or some type of debris gets underneath that floor. It's a great add to your living room area. For that residential look in your Montana High Country for 2021, we've added hidden hinges, which are a great feature through the coach. On behalf of myself and the 250 plus employees that build the Montana High Country, we want to thank you for taking the time to learn about our 2021 changes. If you have any additional questions or want more information, please visit us at KeystoneRV.com.
There's always something to learn. Stay tuned for more.
Hi, my name's Sam Lengerich. I'm product manager here at Keystone for the Montana and the Montana High Country fifth wheel line. We're excited today. We're going to debut a new floor plan. It's the Montana 3762 BP, or known as the Butler Pantry. I'm also joined today in our social distance here by Cortni, known as the Flipping Nomad. Cortni helped us in the past. She developed a Ultimate Montana product for us that's debuted across the country. Welcome, Cortni.
Thanks, Sam. Yes, like Sam said, my name is Courtney and my business is the Flipping Nomad, and you might follow us on Instagram. If not, our business is RV renovations. So we take pre-loved RVs, typically Montana fifth wheels. We do a cosmetic gut job of them and rebuild them on the interior so they come out looking like tiny homes. And I've been a big believer in the Montana brand in the past and all Keystone brands in general. So this is a really special thing for me to be back here. Like Sam said, we did team up last year to build the Ultimate Montana. It is the most insane concept RV I think that's on the road. It's really even hard to describe in words. So it's really cool to be back here, see what you've done for 2021. So let's take a look at some of these exterior features and walk us through some of these new things that you've done for this year.
Absolutely. So new for 2021 on the Montana, we've actually took our graphics package and changed some colors. You'll see we've highlighted it with blacks, grays, and blues, and that's been a real refreshing, and we've gotten good customer feedback from it. One thing specific on this floor plan, you'll see whether it's this version of our front living room or the 3760 and 3761 FL, this has tremendous storage on the back end. But I'm really excited to get you on the inside, Courtney, because you're going to see on the inside interior, we've taken some of the inspiration that you showed us with the Ultimate Montana and have come up with an interior called Cottage White. So let's get inside and show you the details.
I can't wait. Let's go see it.
Courtney, we're here in the living room area of the new 3762 Butler Pantry, or BP as you'll see the abbreviation. I want to touch a couple things that we really like about this living room area. First of all, as you can see, we joke about it, but we're socially distancing apart and there's all kinds of room up here, which gives you a great entertainment when your friends do decide to come over. Some of the key things, obviously the center point's going to be the fireplace stereo system, which actually has 3 controllable zones, which is a nice feature. You've got the Whisper Quiet Cool AC system, which also has a heat pump on it. That's going to supply you heat. So between the fireplace and the heat pump, there's a huge advantage with the product, not even turning on your furnace, and you can actually stay in some cold weather. One of the small things that people don't notice that we've done this year is actually on the window shades. As you know, these units continue to get hotter and warmer, and you would think a black shade would be the worst thing to put in an RV. One thing we've done, though, is we've worked with our supplier, and the actual entire back of the shades are all lined with white with a reflective type color. That's going to keep the unit cooler. So a lot of people come in and don't recognize we are thinking about those things down the road. Obviously, we've got great seating in this area, and I'd like to just ask you, you've seen a lot of RVs, spent a lot of time in them. What are some of the things that you see up here in the living room that you really like?
Well, like you touched on with the furniture, that's one of the cool selling pieces of this front living is because you can seat so many people up here. I mean, you could easily have 8 people up here very comfortably. And then also both of these couches on the opposing slides make out into bed. So it turns into like one big slumber party up here. So yes, there's only one stationary bed. This isn't a bunkhouse, but there's plenty of room to sleep a lot of people in here, which is great for extended family or friends or whatever. Also, one of my favorite features of this front living room is this entertainment center, because this has the patent pending front windshield on it. So this is a big picture window, so you can have the shade up, take a look at your gorgeous scenery out there, or if you want to watch TV, this TV lifts up out of the cabinet. So now you kind of have best of both worlds. You can either have your beautiful picture window or you can have this awesome TV, and you don't have to give up one to have the other.
One of the other things I want to mention is you did highlight about the sleeping capacity. We take a lot of customer feedback on Montanas, take a lot of your feedback, as you know. So last year we added the privacy curtain, which actually allows you to use this as a full sleeping area, so that when you do decide to have guests and utilize it, it actually provides privacy. Previous on this model, we didn't have it, but it's been a nice ad, and we've got a lot of positive comments about that.
Yeah, that is a great ad, because it kind of turns this almost into a second bedroom in a sense, where somebody can have their own privacy in their own bedroom and kind of be tucked away from the rest of the rig. So speaking of the rest of the rig, you guys have a gorgeous new white cabinet on the kitchen. So can we head down there and check that out?
Absolutely. Let's go see it.
Let's go.
So Courtney, we're in the kitchen of this new model, and right away you're going to see, as you mentioned, the white cabinets. To be honest, you've inspired us in a lot of ways, and we actually saw that customers were willing and ready to have a mixed cabinet type feature. Now it's optional here in Montana. It's actually called Cottage White. So we mix actually the white glazed cabinets with our modern maple, or some people call gray. What's your impression of it?
I like it. I like the two-tone because you do get the white and the brightness of the white, but you also get that good contrast with the modern maple. It's kind of best of both worlds. It's still warm, but it still is bright. You know, unlike some of the prior rigs that we've worked with, some of the pre-loved ones, they're a little bit darker, but you guys have listened to what us, the consumers, want, and you've totally knocked it out of the park. It's really cool to see.
Well, I appreciate that. We kind of had to find that middle of the road. You have the opportunity when a customer redesigns one to know exactly what they want, and unfortunately we do guessing sometimes. But some key features in the kitchen area I think you'll really relate to is like the slide out in the kitchen. This is one of the few floor plans. We actually have taken the slide out all the way to the actual ceiling line as far as the overall height. That allows us to have additional overhead cabinets where some of our actual manufacturers, you wouldn't find this cabinet. This would be very, very small, small again here. And again, because we're utilizing so much of living room and bedroom, we have to use every inch here.
You do. And vertical space is the name of the game because RVs max out at about 400 square feet. So you really don't get a lot of floor space, but you do have some vertical space to work with, and you guys have absolutely maximized the slide. It's really cool to see.
And a couple features we've done in this floor plan and most of our Montanas, again, utilizing finding countertop space. So again, one of the things that we added this year was the Suburban stove that actually allows us the feature of having the bifold cover. Again, not only is it functional, but it allows you to have more counter space to use whenever you have guests or whenever you're doing more cooking. The other advantages of the Suburban stove this year is some of the things we've worked with them in design. Number one thing people hate to do is bend over to light their oven.
Yes,
so
they
this
do.
has the spark lighter for the actual stovetop and the oven. We've used a very residential towel bar type bar on both, not only this, but also the drawer that gives you additional storage, and the glass door with the light. So a very, very residential look, but from a company that's been building RV stoves forever.
And I love that it still runs on propane because that means you can easily boondock with it. You don't need any sort of electricity to use the stovetop. It's not like an induction or anything like that. It is completely off-grid friendly, but it's also beautiful at the same time.
Absolutely. And I think you even noticed when we walked in here about this really nice countertop extension. Even though it just gives you a small additional area of storage, it actually, you caught on where it's in line with the refrigerator.
Yeah, that's kind of the name of the game, especially on travel days. You know, if you pull over to get a snack or, you know, make lunch or just have a quick little, you know, leg stretching break, it's nice to be able to get into the refrigerator at the same time. So this gives you access to more counter space, but also when it's down, you can get to the fridge when the slide is in.
And this is the 3762 model, which we're showing it here with the gas and electric 18 cubic foot Norcold. If a customer would want a residential, that's our 3763 BP or Butler Pantry model. Again, we offer both of them. We build them all the time. So it's just whatever preference they want. So I'd really like to take a minute and show you this additional countertop on this side. Again, countertop is the name of the game. As you know, storage, countertop space. One might think that this is just the pantry we have, but wait till I show you the key part of this floor plan, and that's the Butler Pantry. Courtney, key to this floor plan, again, the BP stands for Butler Pantry. In a 3760 and 3761 FL model, this would be a half bath, but customers have demanded more storage. And one of the key ways to do that is with this Butler Pantry look. I'd like to just highlight some of the things that I kind of put in the design and get your feedback about what you've liked and what you see in it also as far as being able to be used. One of the key features in the main cabinet area is customers are pounding us for sweeper and broom storage. So we've got a unique cabinet. Again, it's a square cabinet, not much unique to that, but the size of it, the importance of it, it's made to hold our central vac system, all the hoses and stuff like that. So no longer are you having to break it down, stuff it in the bag, and then put it all back together. It's one of the key features in the cabinets. Not only that, but we went all the way from floor to ceiling with the cabinets in that area.
And that's major, to have somewhere to store just those awkward things that you need just for life that sometimes get really bulky in RVs if you don't have a designated space for them. So that's so cool to hear that you guys are thinking about just those things that life demands.
Absolutely. And the one thing I didn't want you to feel when you walked into the Butler Pantry was claustrophobic and closed in. So we've done on the actual right-hand side when you walk in, it has a countertop, can be used as a coffee bar, stuff of that nature. I'm sure you've got some ideas how we could utilize it. A larger utensil drawer, not just a small silverware drawer. We've added a place in the wall to hang your coats, key hooks, stuff of that nature. And by having that window in there, again, you don't feel like you're going to be claustrophobic walking in there. How do you see yourself if you had this model using that area?
Well, I think there's so many different features that you could use in this. If somebody even worked from home, they could add a little like desk extension in there and use it as a little bit of an office that they can just close themselves away from. Or also, you know, as you're getting ready to entertain, if you just have things out on the countertop, you know, like crock pot or bottles or anything that you would just want to get tucked away, so that way you can still have a clean space to entertain. This is a great area just to kind of put everything and shut the doors, and it all just disappears.
Absolutely. And the two doors, the barn door, again, very what you would call farmhouse style, to give you that entire closed off, clean look when you don't want to see your mess from making cookies.
And I love that you can see the mechanisms up here. It's just a great little added extra feature, and they're beautiful. It doesn't look clunky. It looks very clean and well designed, and it adds a little added extra feature to the space.
Appreciate that. So let's go into the master suite, which is elevated, gives us that great storage on the outside and this huge bathroom.
Let's go check it out.
We're here in the master suite of the new Montana 3762 Butler Pantry. Right off, you're going to see the spacious bed. Now, we're showing this to you with the king bed, which is actually optional. Our standard bed is a queen, but it's light and airy. You get all the natural light by having the window behind the actual headboard and window on each side. One of the key features, and again, this comes from some of Cortni's input, is the USB. We have a USB docking port by each nightstand. May seem like a simple thing, but in listening to her, it's one of the top things they have to add to every unit that they try and redo for customers. In our bedroom, the one thing we wanted to do was give you storage. So in this area, you have a full closet that gives you storage all the way from floor to ceiling. Also, if you were to decide to do a washer dryer, you can actually do either a combo or you can do a full stackable, as the other half of this closet is prepped for that application. If you even want more storage, you can add additional bars across. You have a shelf. Again, just looking at the functions of the bedroom. All right, Cortni, I'm going to hand it off to you so you can show us some of the great highlights in our bathroom.
All right, come on in. So the thing that stood out to me the most about this bathroom is the sheer size of it. This is a very large bathroom for an RV, and because it's so big, they were able to get in 2 sinks. So this is a perfect space for 2 people. You've also got the mirrors, but behind both mirrors are medicine cabinets. So you've got 3 shelves for each person. Also under the sink, large amount of storage, in addition to a linen closet over here. So sometimes there's just awkward things that you have to store just for life, you know, like towels and medicine or anything extra that you could need. And they've knocked it out of the park with a ton of storage in this bathroom. Another huge feature of this bathroom is the full fiberglass surround. Some RVs will use plastic surrounds, and over time they'll yellow or they'll crack. But that's not the case with fiberglass anymore. So the Montana team and the entire team at Keystone has listened to what us, the consumer, is saying about just functionality of RVs in general. They've absolutely answered everything that we are asking for, and they've knocked it out of the park with this RV. Well, Sam, thank you so much for taking the time to show me this new Montana. You've done an absolutely beautiful job. And also thank you so much for listening to what us, the consumers, want. You know, that's partially why my business was born, was because I just couldn't find what I wanted. But you and the rest of the Montana team and the Keystone team have answered the call to what us, the consumers, want. You're listening, you're building exactly what we want now. And so it's really cool to see. So thank you so much for that.
Well, Cortni, we want to thank you. I mean, on the behalf of the 250 plus employees that build Montanas every day, we really do try our best. We haven't built the perfect RV yet, but we're going to try every day.
And it's showing. You guys are definitely trying.
And thank you for that. If you have any more questions about our Montana product, please visit us at KeystoneRV.com.
Honey, where's my drink? We'll be right back.
pretty wild how this looks.
Is that the feedback they're going to get? They unmuted us. Hear that?
Yeah.
So I bet I need to close mine because it's probably feeding back through this mic. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Hello from PA. Hey, Jeff. It looks like we're live, so we wanted to say hello to the Montana Owners Group with the virtual rally. I'm here with Sam Lengerich. As you guys well know, you saw a number of great videos with him, with product information videos that Sam does a phenomenal job with. And I know, as you guys can see, there's this divider line right here. So it looks like Sam's in the Grand Canyon and I'm in an office, but really I'm just right next to him. so we have this kind of cool thing going here. Thanks for everybody participating in this very unique setting that you guys are not accustomed to. I know the MO for the Montana Owners Group is for all of you guys to be together and fellowship at the campsites out there at the Owners Rally. We hope next year we can definitely make that happen for you guys and have it happen in person. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of it, but more importantly, thank you for your customer support, everything you guys continue to do for the Montana brand and your loyalty and your guys' constant ambassadorship out there for our brands in the campsites and your travels. So it looks like we have some things starting to roll in here with some questions. Just saying hello and saying hi. So
and please, if you guys can't hear us, make sure you let us know.
Yeah.
We really didn't do a mic check, but maybe Marilyn can kind of message us saying, hey, you can hear us clearly or you can't. One of the first questions that Beth Tyler asked, it says, is the new GE microwave also a convection oven like the High Point was? Where we're at currently with GE, we've really grown and are trying to grow a relationship with GE. So where we're at right now, we're currently using GE refrigerators at both Montana and High Country on a residential. The High Country gets a non-convection GE microwave. We are waiting for the convection version to be approved, CSA approved, and that will be coming. But at this point in time, we're still using the High Point convection in our Montana product and a GE microwave in our High Country. So I hope that answers Beth's question.
Looks like we also had a question about the frames. So it said, is the Lippert frame warranty valid if you would install MORrdye hitch pin, or is it with disc brakes? The MORrdye hitch, and I'll have Sam verify with it, but the MORrdye hitch system is compatible with the Lippert frame, so there wouldn't be any voiding of warranty for the MORrdye hitch going on to the Lippert frames.
With Colin making that comment, I think we're going to take some opportunity to bring up some things just to, as you guys normally ask, to be educated and things of that nature. So one of the things that's been coming up lately is the Anderson Ultimate Hitch. And the Anderson Ultimate Hitch, basically because it's a fifth wheel type system off of a ball, that hitch and the point that hitch is connected, if it's a short bed, that point is much more forward towards the cab of the truck. If it's a normal long bed, that ultimate hitch point is to the back. Through testing, Lippert has shown, and we have found out, that if you use an ultimate hitch, the Anderson Ultimate Hitch, in the short bed position, it puts additional stress on the upper deck. So at this point in time, we get a lot of emails. Is the Anderson Ultimate Hitch approved with a Lippert frame? And the answer to that currently is no. If you send an email to Keystone or you send an email to Lippert and say, can I use an Ultimate Hitch with a Lippert or a new unit, will it void the warranty? Yes, it will, if you have problems with that. So if you need more clarity, some of you guys know how to get a hold of me, but that's come up a lot as of lately. Now, Anderson's rebuttal to that is they offer an insurance package or a warranty of their own through their hitch that they say if a unit gets affected by using their hitch, they'll cover it. So that would be something between you guys or the owner and that warranty. So let's see here. Jeff M, hello. We own a 2020 High Country 330. Love it. The only thing I would like to understand, the awning over the door is very high. Is there any design that would bring it to a reasonable height? So part of the awning height situation is basically based on we use the tallest entry door. You'll see a lot of brands where their awning seems to be lower, but that's because their actual entry door has less height, which allows you to be able to pitch it, at a different angle, so that when you open the door, you've all probably owned a travel trailer or two where when you open the door, it scrapes your awning. After a length of time, you now wear through your awning. So that's basically our pitch, or the pitch of it. So to answer your question, no, there's not something that you could retro. You could try and put some shorter arms on it, but I think you'd find your door would interfere with that. So,
and to that point, Sam, when you have a door side slides, which abundance of our floor plans, if not all of our floor plans have, what you have to have is enough clearance at the starting point that as the awning pitches down towards a full extension, it can still rub against the top of that slide out. So the starting point is higher, so that way when you come all the way to your full extension point, you're still clearing the top of your slide out. The worst case scenario you would have is if that awning would rest on the top of that slide out, to Sam's point, start to wear holes in it. So really the things that a lot of our competitors fight is that they can't get them high enough so they don't rest on the top of that awning or the slide out frame and wear holes in it. But great question, Jeff. Looks like we had a couple others. It says, do we know if you're working on this? Any updates? Of course, he just mentioned the Anderson hitch. He answered that question for you there, Brad. Hopefully there's enough clarity for that. Is an independent suspension in the previous question? It says, is there an independent suspension in the previous question? I don't, maybe provide a little more clarity there, Janice, as far as what you're asking there. That maybe we can help specify a little more detail to Sam's point.
I think one of the things, we are presuming that the majority of the people here that are on this are part of the Montana Owners Club. So, for example, I believe we have several people here that are asking, hey, if you put an independent suspension system on, does that void the warranty of the frame? Let me get 100% clarity on that with Lippert. As you guys know, things do change, but I will verify. As far as I know, adding the independent suspension from MORrdye onto the frame does not void your warranty. But I also want to clarify something that has come up a lot as of recent. If a customer puts independent suspension or a customer puts 8,000-pound axles under a camper, that does not increase your carrying capacity. Every frame is designed with a break point. Just because you put larger axles and H tires underneath, that does not increase your carrying capacity for the frame of the fifth wheel. So you literally, in presuming that it does, and you start loading it to 8,000-pound axles and H tires, you presumably will have an opportunity to make the frame fail. So that has come up lately where people feel very comfortable upgrading things. It does not increase the capacity of the trailer by adding higher rated undercarriage, just to be clear. It could give you a better ride or things of that nature, but that's basically kind of one thing that I wanted to cover there. So I will clarify on the independent suspension. I will post something on the Montana Owners Club.
So Lisa, you had asked a really good question about the MORrdye steps that fold up into the coach. You saw that the reflection has that system where the pin removes out and you can remove those steps. That system is available all over for MORrdye for all manufacturers. The challenging part is what Montana uses is an upgrade from that step, and that's the gas strut assist. So where we have that gas strut assist that it makes it zero gravity, that pin system is not available for the gas strut assist because there's another step in order for the removal of that step out of the entryway. So Lisa, that process there that you're talking about is available company-wide if that's something you guys want to retrofit. But from what we understand, you guys really like that zero gravity gas strut assist step. that wouldn't be in conjunction with that pin system that MORrdye offers. So hopefully, Lisa, that answers your question on that.
Larry, independent suspension coming. At this point in time, we still the independent suspension side of it. The number that are built or people adding it, we're not adding it to the product plan at this point in time. To answer that question, so is the Comfort Ride hitch approved by Keystone? I can try and get back to you again on that. We have a list of approved hitches. Through Keystone, as far as any type of a gooseneck hitch, the only approved hitch by Lippert is the goose box. That's the only adapter they have approved and will not void your frame. The other thing I always tell people is, I know that you guys want to keep your RV as nice as possible, but after the 1-year warranty or the 3-year structural, basically you can do whatever you want to your unit. You're not voiding any warranty because your warranty has come and gone. But I can check into the Comfort Ride hitch, whether that or not speak, on that right now. I will bring something up. Larry Cox makes the comment, not for carrying capacity, but more for a smoother ride. I will tell you this, that there are conversations going on with tire manufacturers that, say, for example, the best tire per the weight of our frame is really a G tire. And we have competitors out there that are using either Super Gs or H tires. There is proven that if you don't have enough weight on that tire and you're riding overrated tires and it's not really being compressed, you actually will shake your unit to death. You'll literally not be utilizing any of the suspension. You'll be basically, because the sidewalls won't be expanding, contracting, because you don't have as much weight those tires are made for. So it's something to be leery of, as you always hear, upgrade, bigger's better. There is being proof that by taking to stronger wall tires, stiffer tires, they're made to carry more weight than what your camper is. It literally shakes it to death. But Colin, do you have a question there?
Nope, I think we're all good. I think the last one was in from David there on the Comfort Ride hitch. While we're waiting for a few more questions coming up, Richard posed a really interesting question, comment, and he asked specifically about Montana's view and opinion on our customer base. And I had a few really key notes with Richard. It's saying that, when you look at the benefit from you, the customers provide us is vast. So it was a tough challenge to condense that list down to really put in, a few short words what you guys do for us as a brand. I think initially, right out of the gates of how great you guys are ambassadors to our brand when you're at the campsites. And we can't thank you guys enough for the constant support you provide as owners to our brand, our product, and more importantly, the employees back here that are working really hard to build a good product. The feedback you guys provide is exceptional. So Sam takes your guys' online conversations, your emails, the conversations at shows to heart, comes back and works diligently to instill those suggestions into our product. And you guys are some of our greatest innovation. So you guys are providing great innovative ideas of what you're doing to make your house a home and change those floor plans and to adjust to your needs. For us, that's eye-opening, and some of those things we're putting into our products every day. So those are a few things touching on. It looks like we have a couple more questions rolling in, but we definitely wanted to send those thank yous and let you guys know how important you guys are to us on that feedback and being the brand ambassadors out there at the campsite. So thank you for that.
I'll grab Alan's question. Alan's question is, hi, my wife and I have a 2021 3781 Sterling full body paint. We find it's rather flat compared to other manufacturers. And basically his comment is based on the clear. We would like it to have more reflection. Is there anything we can apply on it? Wax will help some of that, but if you want even more of a glass finish, and that's basically the clear, would be talking to a paint manufacturer that has the ability to wet sand the current clear that's on there and re-clear it multiple times, depending on how much you want to spend and really how clear you want it. The one thing we do hang our hat on as a manufacturer on our full body paint is that we do it ourselves. And when we purchased the old Monaco facility, we do control it. We control how many times and how long it's cured, stuff of that nature. So we are pretty proud of our paint, and we do like it. We get a lot of comments from that. And we try and keep it economical. That's probably one comment we've gotten from a lot of our dealers is we don't try and take the consumer to the bank compared to other brands. So you want to grab that? What's the next question there?
So Jeff, you had asked about the tire comments about the shaking. Do you recommend wheel balance? Yeah, I think you know anytime you're putting miles on your unit, you're gonna want to service it. And being that the tires are the first point of contact for you on the road, that maintenance is so key. That's one of the things that Sam and I have talked since me coming on board is that tire awareness is key to your guys' success in towing and your safety. So tire pressure, the temperature of your tires, but more importantly, the overall safety and condition of them is necessary. So yeah, certainly the miles that you're putting on it is going to affect how much that we're going to want you to get that checked out. But certainly regular checkups, just like your tow vehicle, is necessary on your RV as well. And please understand, it's just as challenging for your unit if it sits for a long period of times than if it's on the road for long periods of time. So those both case scenarios have different challenges that we're gonna ask you to go and make sure that it's safe for you to travel. So there is maintenance there involved, depending on which it is, if it's sitting for a long duration of time or if it's out on the road.
So Lisa says, love the slow close magnet latches on the 2021, but I'm a little concerned it would be easier for a heavy item to pop the doors open. How strong are the magnets? So Lisa, specifically, it's going to be a long answer, but I want to remind everybody I'm on the Montana Owners Club forum or website. My login's Montana, so it's Montana with 2 O's. And if you ever want to send me and want to know exactly, we can converse about this. But Lisa, we originally started with 9-pound magnets on our doors. And we had consumers come back to us and actually talk to us and say, hey, we are a little concerned. But we found there's a fine line between 9 and 11-pound magnets. When you go to the 11-pound magnet, then we had consumers saying, hey, now the actual handle's feeling sharp. It's harder to pull open. But we felt for the security, we went to 11-pound magnets. So depending on your VIN number and when your unit was built, it either has 9-pound magnets or 11-pound magnets in it. So now that's talking on the cabinet doors. There's no magnets actually, and the actual drawback on the drawers don't actually have a pound rating. So they don't technically rate the soft close on the drawers. But
yeah. And I think you'd be curious to see if you had some experiences, to Sam's point, to be able to provide some feedback if there are certain items that were in, certain pantries, those types of things that if you experience challenges, we want to know that so that we can adjust the builds and the type of strength of magnets that we have. So, Marilyn, thank you for the kind comments about your 2017. We appreciate that. And then, Brad, we're going to try to be as transparent as possible for you guys, the owners, because here again, I keep harping on it, but you guys are our brand ambassadors out there in a very big way. So we're so thankful and appreciative. So we're glad to have this opportunity with you guys and be able to provide some answers to your questions.
And here in the future, I've tried it before and didn't really get much of a response, but I plan to post some what they call surveys on the Montana Owners Forum to try and get your feedback. Here's some of the things I battle with, just as a sidebar story is, do you want a 70-30 sink? Do you want a 50-50 sink? Or do you want a farm sink? It seems like us as manufacturers, we're always changing the next year to what we don't have. So, I'm not asking everybody to chime in what sink they want here on this forum, but I need to put some surveys up there. Some time ago, I actually asked, are we ready to get rid of the CD player? So much,
DVD.
The DVD, CD player.
Yeah.
So much of the sound systems today, for me to give you a better performing sound system, they don't even offer the DVD, CD player. For example, right now, if I want to go to a JBL system, it would have to what they call MEC-less. And yes, it would have an input for you to buy one and hook it up later. But I posted that survey almost a year ago, and everyone there said, we're not ready to get rid of our DVDs yet. So there's just some things there I really plan to put in some of the surveys, and so we can get some of your feedback. So keep an eye out for those, and please take a minute and participate. Your voice is the strongest we have. So,
Lisa, excited for you that you ordered the 2021. Thank you. You asked about a dishwasher, and I think that's kind of to Sam's point. In our past experiences, much like the sink, it's so 50-50. It's really hard to say whether if it was 80-20, it makes it easy. You say, okay, we're going to incorporate dishwashers into XY floor plans. The challenges with the dishwashers is the concept's there and it's great, right? So, but when you look at the overall footprint that they take up storage and the capacity that's in them and the amount of dishes they're allowed to do, I think after the fact, when you get the owner's experience, then what we found in our history is people go, I'd rather have the storage. The best way to do dishes is probably buy paper plates and you can throw them away. But in that case scenario where you want to keep your plates, people are mixed on that. So if you guys had a strong opinion on a particular floor plan or those types of things, we're all ears in that. But it's been pretty mixed on the feedback on the dishwasher.
I'm going to take a real minute and just kind of, because this is more of a family thing. I call the Montana Owners Club a family, and it's very hard to talk about yourself. It's probably one of the most embarrassing things. So I want to talk a little bit about Colin and Colin's involvement here. Colin and I had a past life. We both had a stint at Forest River and worked for them previously. I can't be more excited about Colin being part of the Montana family. Colin worked his way all the way through the furniture industry, then started working for a Forest River division in the Rockwood Flagstaff. When I was at Sabre, and some of you guys know I was there and started that brand, Colin and I talked regularly. One of the great things about Colin is he's transparent, no hidden agendas. He's a leader. He attracts people that want to be on a winning team. He has a ton of product knowledge. I don't think he minds me talking about his previous life, but I mean, he spent a ton of time developing a new product for Forest River that's out in the marketplace. And he knows product. Where we're doing currently is I'm using Colin's wealth of experience on product, and he's really managing our Montana team and sales guys. With that, he's letting me completely devote my time to product, as I was when Mark Kroll was here. But he's my parachute. I mean, he's my guy when I think I've run out of gas. He's the guy I go to. I know you guys all know Jason. Jason's moved on. He's taken a position with a vendor. That was his previous life. We're talking about Jason Gill. He stopped by today. Looks great. Loves it. Super happy. But that's the one thing I want you guys to know about Colin, and you'll get to know him better, is that he's the right guy for the job and for this team. And he's very, both be accessible to you, and that's what we're here for. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. That's it is tough to hear those words, but I can't stress how excited and humbled I am to be on the Montana team. So reiterate the same things with Sam. I mean, stepping into a situation where you have Sam, who's a 24/7 workhorse for you guys, the consumer, on product, it's almost a little intimidating because I know when I'm sleeping, he's probably working. So I have to make up extra time when I'm awake. But I can assure you both, he and I are going to work real hard to make sure you guys are proud of, continue to be proud of the brand, the product that we produce, and continue to try to improve. So we know we're not perfect, but we're going to get better every day. And Sam and I have that commitment to you guys, the consumers. So I think we have a few more questions that have rolled in. We're seeing some feedback, so Sam's getting a little bit of the answers on the CDs and DVDs, which we appreciate it.
Probably one of the biggest things I want to touch on, and this comes from where we're at, is that I was probably one of the most excited with one of the things that isn't very exciting, and that's our joint venture with Dexter Axles to come up with the Gladiator axle. Again, we felt to go all the way to 8,000-pound axles, it really didn't get you guys that much more carrying capacity, because again, if we want to give you the full carrying capacity of 8,000-pound axles, we have to completely reinvent the frames and establish a new, what they call, break point. So working with Dexter, a great partner in the industry, a great partner with us, and coming up with the thicker walled tube, which actually means the tube didn't change in diameter, but but the wall of it is 50% thicker, and then upgrading the springs. So again, to be clear on that, if you had a 7,000-pound axle and it had two 3,500 pounds sets of springs, we upgraded those to 4,000. We did not change the carrying capacity to match that. So yes, a term could be used. We are overbuilding it. We're overspringing it and over axling it. But the way that we've done it, we feel was the best way to approach to address things like when you lose the camber in your axle or your springs flatten out. And we didn't just guess at that. We worked with Dexter on it, and they really felt like that was the best way to go. So,
Sam, I might defer this one to you. A question came in and see if there was a resource for scheduled maintenance items for the units of the owners that should be doing slide lubrications, etc.
So there's a general in your owner's manual. It's kind of a general format of it. That's one of our goals is to try and improve that. And you'll see one thing that I would try and direct everybody to is our parts and service department has really, really amped up customer videos. If you go to our actual new website that Christy Spencer, who some of you know, has spent her life in depth and sleepless nights redoing our website, is fabulous. But they have more maintenance videos than they've ever had on the service side on our website. So make sure you guys utilize that. Always looking for changes, updates, stuff of that nature. But I will bring up to Rick Deisler, who some of you know, about possibly updating a schedule / matrix on what needs to be done on general maintenance, for sure.
So Alan had mentioned that asking for perhaps a better audio system on TVs, and I think that's what Sam was alluding to is that as more products come available to us, we're able to provide an affordable sound system of options that are of higher quality. But with that, there's space confinements or restrictions that we're faced with, that in order to get that sound system in or a different quality of system, it's a give and take, and some of that DVD slot spaced area would be utilized with that. So those are the things that are on the docket that are that Sam's considering for the future product.
Larry, you still make a comment, or you not still? I'm sorry. You make a comment about Forest River. They introduced an independent suspension system. And again, I'm not familiar. I know that they've done some stuff and created some stuff on their own, but I know independent suspension is the ultimate ride. That's the way to go. In our production atmosphere, we've tried to upgrade through the axles and wheels. I'll get you an answer whether adding it is, but at this point in time, we still, aren't there. There's some stuff that's been in the works. It was shown over a year ago. MORrdye has a full air ride suspension system that then actually gives you an air leveling system. Again, cost is always a factor. And again, we do try and concentrate. We want as many people to have the opportunity to own Montanas that possibly can. So thanks for the compliment, Brad, on the website. I know Christy Spencer probably, she does have a nice head of hair, but she should be bald through that process. But we're always looking to improve that. And again, we now have this huge hill to climb and make sure that all the content is accurate as possible. We're doing 360 views every day. And we know that is the future is accurate content on the website.
Yeah, it's first class when you look at the pictures that are on there, but also, as Sam's saying, is really trying to provide viable content for you, the consumer, is really the ultimate goal. So we'll continue to be a pioneer in that and make sure we drive that good content home on the website.
And there's Larry Moore. Always Larry's a wealth of information, and he's based on the comment that someone asked about balancing, he's talking about the system that he's used on his 2013 Montana. Loves it. Has used it for years, and again, that's what I love about this group is you guys are always positive and trying to help each other. Any plans to incorporate Starlink or smart TVs?
So Sam and I talked a little bit about this. I think when you look at smart TVs, they're only as good as the provided internet. So really, we as consumers, whether we're in our home or in our RV, have the ability to make any TV smart as long as there are USB port they're available. But if you don't have good internet to be able to provide that, it's really dead in the water. So really, when you look at it, what Montana offers is the ability to have an upgrade system on your antenna to provide a 4G hotspot unencrypted internet source for your RV is incredibly important. As we see our consumers today, especially with COVID, spending more time working out of their units, teaching the kids out of the units as they travel, and do remote schooling. And then, of course, the smart appliances and the smart TVs, having a source of internet directly specific for your RV is so key for that. I think that's where we've probably really hit a home run with Sam selecting the WineGuard system, so that way you can upgrade that antenna to have unencrypted internet source directly for your RV. That's going to be huge. But Roku Stick, Amazon, Apple TV, all those things out there that allow you to become smart TV, have your TV become smart, is available to you from the general TVs we provide.
And Alan, Colin's really hit it. In the last year, we've been looking at that, and we're finding now, years ago, the smart TVs were the new craze, but we're finding more and more consumers now as I watch forums that say, hey, I got a smart TV, but this smart TV will not allow you to put new programs on it. Like now you couldn't put the Discovery Plus on it. You couldn't, so they end up going and buying a Roku stick or the latest stick that has the latest update. So I would probably honestly say our most direction that we'll go is trying to provide you with a better TV that has the capability to put the stuff in through a good HDMI, that the HDMI then is easily transferred through the stereo system. I know that's everybody's big frustration is, hey, I know that my TV can go through my stereo, but how in the heck does it happen? So we're going to try and make that easier. And again, the concentration on making sure that you have an antenna that allows you to put a modem that in turn allows you to put a plan into the modem router that is not crazy expensive. We broke the ground with the Furion thing, but that had a plan that was very expensive. And we really feel and are excited, the WineGuard, all of their plans, the plans that are available to you, being able to put a SIM card in yourself. We feel like it was such a better answer to the situation.
Alan, I see that you said you tried the WineGuard Gateway, and it was awful compared to the portable. Yeah, to your portable LTE router that you have. There was an immense amount of testing on that, and they actually went to retail consumer shows, put that system in play. So there could be something going on there that, we might need to provide you a little more knowledge of what's going on. But, of the testing and the feedback and those types of things we've had, they went to retail shows, allowed all the reps and all the dealers and everything to sign into that system, and was incredibly strong and didn't waver as far as the drop-off of the internet source provided. So there might be a little more going on there. Every situation is a little unique, but we can certainly try to help in that regard.
And I made a note of that, Alan. I will talk to WineGuard also about that. Let's see here. Love the Google TVs. Thanks, Alan. You guys are popping questions in now. We're trying to keep track of them here. Jeff makes a comment. The maintenance on the website is a good idea until you are in a campground with no cell service. That is a formula for an unhappy camper. We know we don't want unhappy campers. How about a resource basic for those times that you need? I think basically Jeff's asking for a better manual.
Like print ad.
Print stuff like that. Yeah, we can definitely look at that. Unfortunately, I think that the time to push in digital. We've got competitors, manufacturers that aren't even shipping owner's manuals in their units anymore. You have to download anything you want, but I will make a note of that. Jeff and I will definitely try and work towards that. Larry, high tech moves so fast that building flexibility in the entertainment center is the best way to go. Pretty much agree to that, Larry, and flexibility to it. And that's definitely the direction we're going to try and go, and try and stay away from funny-sized TVs.
Yeah.
so that we don't build around them and you can't put something in there. So.
Beth had asked the last question there. She has one on order. So you had asked, do you have a legacy in production now? I think in paint shop, will it have the Winegard or Furion?
We've had the Winegard antenna for the full model year, so you're all set there. So you will have the Winegard 360. Now, the thing that we added mid-year, I will make mention, is you will have, Beth, the Winegard 360 Plus. And what we did is we got a lot of feedback from customers that said, hey, we still want to possibly put a satellite dish on the roof. So rather than doing all these drilling and stuff like that, now on the base of the actual antenna, there is looks basically like a coax feed. You can now take a coax feed to that, and we've ran a coax wire all the way from the bottom of the base down to the key TV area in your docking station, that now if you mount a satellite dish or want to on your roof, it's all basically prepped for you. And then you can quickly connect that into your key TV, which we know key TV at the beginning was frustrating for people because we didn't do a good job on getting the information out there. But with running home run lines of coax compared to what we used to do to you guys, we'd have splitters in walls, we'd have splitters in ceilings, we'd have splitters everywhere. There are no splitters coax anywhere in your Montanas or high countries anymore. It's all home run lines. Term home run means one solid wire from key TV all the way to the terminal point, which would be the TV. That's also why you never find a booster button anymore. That booster is automatic in key TV, and all of that coax is color coded. So it's again, we're trying to make it better for all of you. So Beth says, awesome, thank you. You guys are great. This is fun. Well, Beth, I don't know what kind of weather you're in, but as you can see, I'm in the Grand Canyon, and I'm sweating because I'm overweight. I'm now wearing glasses, but no, thanks for all your great comments.
I'm stuck in the office over here, so.
I don't know as far as what time you guys want to wrap this up. Again, we plan to be available tomorrow again for the other session. Friday, I won't be available. Colin will be here. But, let's see here. David Watson, the digital manual based on VIN number to list all the appropriate parts for the specific unit would be ideal, along with a way to download a full copy offline for review. Completely agree. Mm-hmm. Completely agree. We will work towards that.
Yeah, that and that's a corporate adoption, so that's not something just for Montana. So that's a little bigger cruise ship to turn for us as a company. But totally agree. I think we would all love to go there. It would make our customer service their lives a lot easier, and just provide more fluid information. So certainly that's the direction where we're rowing as a company and trying to get there. Can't promise the timeline of when, but we're certainly trying.
So Pat, do you think we want to wrap this up today? I think that's kind of what the screen's telling us.
Yeah, so we're looks like we're getting close to out of time, guys. So we'll be here close to that same time tomorrow. We certainly appreciate all the great questions and great comments and support from you guys. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys around this time again tomorrow. So thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yep, thanks.
New Year to the Montana Owners Club. What a better way to start the new year than to show off to show that you're a proud member of the Montana Owners Club than by displaying your new membership plaque on your ladder as you travel. This beautiful ladder-mounted membership plaque displays your membership affiliation along with your member number, and it's viewable by anybody while you're on your road and your travels and gatherings and RV truck stops and RV parks. Your MOC plaque comes to you mounted in our patented removable ladder mounted display system. It's the only safe removable plaque system in the RV industry. Simply just remove it whenever you need access to the ladder or to your roof. Just go ahead and insert it, just like that. That's how she rides. take it. The only time you take it off is if you need access to the roof. You can order yours for a low price of $39.95 and $15 shipping. You call 775-560-4428. Chuck, ask for Chuck. Leave a message if he's not there and he'll return it immediately. And then all we need is your MOC number, your ship to address, and your credit card information, and you're all set to go. It's a great New Year's present, and one that I'm sure you're going to enjoy, and your family will enjoy, and all the members that you travel with will enjoy having one. Thank you very much. God bless, and have a safe trip.
Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed today's presentation. With day one in the history books, we hope that you will join us tomorrow for day two.
Yeah. We have another terrific day planned with many more presentations. We hope that you have a great rest of your day and that you will join back up with us tomorrow for the virtual rally. Here is a brief view of tomorrow's schedule. Bye.
Be safe.